Let me just turn this TV off because I don't like the glow. Okay, there we go. All right. Hello and welcome to Oh Stitch Happens. My name is Levi. I live in Central. I have my partner and our 2 dogs. And the only one that's ever over here is just little Winnie Charles. Finland's in her chair. Anyways, I'm back. I can be found on Instagram as wtfknittingpodcast. I'm currently taking like a little bit of a break from it. It's like a little scroll hole that I can't ever get out of sometimes. So I had to just shut it down. I deleted the app off my phone. I can only look at it on the .com, which it's the crappiest way to view Instagram if you've ever done it. But it also helps me from not spending hours at a time doom scrolling and all that nonsense. So anyways, I'm back. It's Thursday evening. It's like early morning or early afternoon. It's like 3:45 actually. It's 3:42 in Central Ohio. And I have plans tomorrow and then plans Saturday and Sunday. So I wouldn't do it anyways because my partner's home on Saturday and Sundays. But tomorrow I have plans after work. And I only work till noon, which I actually quite love. I have my glasses on today. Actually, I could probably take them off. They're fine. No, I think they're kind of look nice. But you can't see the windows. Anyways. Unless I look like this. Like I'm looking down on you. Anyways. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is episode number 3. This is so funny. So I found like this little slip of paper here that I had 2 names for the channel. I just wanted to show you the other one because I read it the other morning and then I almost peed my pants because it was so funny. If I really showed you all my whips, you'd realize that I really like big projects. Like, I'm a big project kind of fella. Like, you'll never see me with these like little tiny, like I did that one little Pella only because Pam wanted to do it. And I thought it was cute, but that's not kind of the stitch I am. I actually have, I have maybe 1 or 2. But anyways, so my first one was Oh Stitch Happens, which I think is so cute. The next one was the Size Queen Stitcher. Okay, I don't know if it might be gay culture, but it may be other culture. Like, because I've never heard it been by anyone else but gay people. I don't know, but anyways, the Size Queen Stitcher, because, oh gosh, I didn't write down this shoot. And I had another slogan with it, which is now not even funny, so I'm just moving on from it. But hopefully by the end I'll remember it because it was really funny. I didn't write it down here. I just put the Size Queen Stitcher, which is, I think it's hilarious. And if you know the meaning, it's really funny. Anyways. It's where the size of your project really matters. I thought it was hilarious. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, I'm here for episode 3, mid-month check-in. February is already 2 weeks in. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Oh, yeah, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Oh, well, happy Valentine's Day. We don't really celebrate that stuff, but that's beside the point. I am here to give you the monthly wrap-up. I should actually get a piece of tape and put this here because then I wouldn't lose it because I'm afraid it doesn't matter. We're moving on from it. Okay, 2 things. I had someone ask me about where my knitting channel is. I have privated all the videos, so it doesn't exist. I mean, the channel itself exists, but the videos don't exist. I've put them all to unlisted or private or something like that. Because I was getting questions from people watching it, and I didn't really even want to entertain that idea of answering them. So I just completely made them private. And then I also thought about deleting it. So unfortunately, the knitting videos they don't exist, which is a bummer. The next question I got was someone was asking me just today about temperature stitching. And how I do the temperature stitching is I have a project from 0 to 9, and each one of them have a number. So like right here, this was January's temperature stitching. So 0 was Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow. 1 was Mermaid, Emerald Mermaid. 2 was Hummingbird. I don't know why I put Hummingbird lace as a temperature stitching. It's a nightmare. Sarah Barker was 3. 4 was Wood Goddess. 5 was Santa stocking, which is my partner's stocking. Hipster Lamb was 6. Nightingale was 7. 8 was Cardinal Rules. And 9 was Mystic Garden. And then what I did is I am doing I don't, would it be considered retro? Retro? Because it's not like in the past, but like, so today's high, I can do today's high because it was really hot. I mean, it was really hot. We're still like cold here. But like last night it was like 47 and now it's like 19. So whatever the 40, I think it was like under 46 or 47. I could stitch today's if the temperature is such vast that the highest temperature would already be completed, because it's now, we're down like the 20s or the 30s or something along those lines. But typically what I do is I let all of yesterday go by, and then today I picked today's project, which I don't remember what it is. Actually, I think it was Noel. No, it was the Plantation sampler, because she's number 1 or 0. And I'm hairy again. Like, see, I don't look like I have 62 chins. See, I need hair to like camouflage my double chin. Anyways, so there it is. That's that one. This month, my temperature stitch, I'm really excited to talk about my temperature stitching next month, because I have this thing I'm going to do and I think it'll be fun. But anyways, this month, any project, now mind you, it's only 10. I had 12. And I have Hummingbird lace on the temperature stitching this month as well. And I'm going to take it off because it's really hard. It's really hard to like do it for 100 stitches when it takes so long to figure out what you're doing. It's probably not as complicated as I'm making it, but it really is complicated. I need to like suck the tongue to the top so it sucks this in. Anyways, so this month I did anything that had wings. So like I have a butterfly piece on here, which is Mystic Garden, and all the rest of them are just birds. Typically it was birds, but then I'm like, I really want to work on Mystic Garden because I really was enjoying it last month. So I said anything with wings is going to be on temperature stitching this month. So that's how I do temperature stitching. I just wait till the next day, find the highest temperature, use the last digit, and that's the way it was. So like if it was 47 degrees, I would work on project 7 today instead of from yesterday. And I think it was actually like 46 or 47. Or did I say 41? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, I just wait till till today. Like if I'm going to sit down and do it right now, which is typically when I would do it because my partner's at class. He's a professor, so he has class tonight, or rehearsal for his shows. I would look at it and then pick whatever was yesterday. And I think it was like it was Plantation, so it was like 1, but it was like 41 and it was in the middle of the night. Doesn't matter. We're moving on. I really like it. It's fun. I've been really behind today. And I think last month when I did the 2 FOs, it really kind of messed with my shit because I didn't want to do anything. But I also have reading, and these are glasses meant for distance, not even reading. So I'm not even sure why I'm like, I need them, because I don't. I need them for distance, and I only need them for one eye. It's this eye. That's the bad eye. This eye's 20/20. This eye's like, I don't know, whatever the distance is. Anyways, let's get started, because I got a lot of projects here to do. I did 8,865 stitches. This is only from February 1 until last night. So nothing that I stitched today is included. I didn't really stitch that much. I just stitched on Where is the Bird, put the bird on, and I think I did like 30 or 40 stitches. This one here is a peacock. Oh, I forgot I put the green because I'm doing all the green. And I discovered on this one, I'm just going to do all the filling green. And someone last week also said that I could use the Roxy Flosco fabric called Pub. I looked at it and I thought about it. I've seen a lot of people do it that way, and I just don't don't like the way it looks. So anyway, I'm going to continue stitching on all this. So I'll put this here so you can see the picture from last week. This one has 608 stitches on it. The cool thing also is hold on, let me look. I got some paper here. I am doing Monopoly stitching, and I'm just watching Jen, the Caffeinated Crafter, and I'm using whatever hers are. I'm not doing it. I'm doing it like she does it, but I'm doing it where, like this one, for example, is the free parking. So I had to pay whatever, and it's also temperature stitching. So I think it's like 6 or something or whatever it is. I'll put it, I don't know, I'm not going to put it anywhere. But 608 stitches is what I owed. So 3 temperature, 3 free parking. That's the new method of stuff I was talking about last week, and then I never got to it. I kind of forgot. I'm using all the called for. This is 40 count. I'm doing it 1/2. I'm actually stitching this one in hand, which I don't do very often because I don't really like the way my stitches lay. But anyways, I'm going to do all the green. And that's 396, 936. Yeah, 936. Which I love that range. My favorite DMC color is 934. I was also going to do the needle, meet your needle worker cue or something. Someone asked me if I could do on Instagram, and I had it and then I forgot it. So I'll do it next time. The next one is Ann Thomas, 1854. I did 344 stitches. Can I be honest? I don't remember stitching on this. Oh, I guess I did because I did this. And that bird's done now. Okay. Wow. And this one here is on a 32 count, 1/2 or 1/1, depending on what the pattern calls for, and the DMC conversion. And I would agree with the consensus of people saying how like spectacular her DMC conversions are versus her 103 or a Vera Soie or whatever it comes in. But yeah, so I'm doing this all in DMC 1/1. It gives a very like antique-y look. Like this one here, you barely can tell that there's 4 different or 5, 6 different pinky whites in there and tannish colors. But it's really pretty and I love it. So I've done 308 stitches. This one's also on my temperature stitching board, and it is in the Monopoly. She's the pink project and pink property. So anytime she lands on a pink property, on her Monopoly board, I put whatever stitches in that she says to do into that. So that one's got 344 stitches this month. Cardinal Rules. This is my, oh, I can take it off. I mean, I can't take it off. You don't want to see this taken off. No, I'm just kidding. Here's Cardinal Rules. This is really exciting. This is in Just Cross Stitch magazine. Just Cross Stitch magazine. I'm using a scrap of 40 count Affogato on fiber on a Whim. So I've gotten this one completely done. The only thing I have to do, yeah, I didn't do that. This cardinal here needs its legs, but it's done. So this one here has got 2,826 stitches. So the next one is Christmas at Hawker and Hollow. I've done 437 stitches. And Christmas is not only a temperature stitching, but it is also on, oh, here it is. It's also on I labeled it for the taxes. So the luxury tax and the property tax or income tax on the Monopoly board. It is that property. This is the property that's assigned. So I was stitching. And then also 2 things. I didn't realize, I forgot that I was doing these black borders because you know sometimes black stitching on 36 count is really lacy. Like it's not my ideal look. But I did these borders 2/2 in the 310. So I worked here. I did some more of this snow color. And then I'm like, I am resenting working on this. And I was talking to my friend Melissa, which she is the Diary of a Hyperactive Crafter here on YouTube. I'll link her down below. I haven't been doing that. I've got to figure that out too. Because some people can just put their username on like at whatever and then it's there. So I guess maybe her username would be at the Hyperactive Crafter. The Diary of a Hyperactive Crafter. Oh, look, I don't know. So I said, okay, pick my block. And I sent her a picture. I was going to do either block 3, 4, or 5, because I didn't want to do 6 because I don't have the block in. But she's like, okay, so hold on. So I finished some more of that snow. I officially finished the Peacock, and that's it. And then I like pick the block. And she's like, well, you love alphabets and you love trees. So I started block 5. And this is all new. So this is not, so that's new. And it's cute. So I'm really excited. So anyways, I started the black border and then realized that it was not right. So I ripped it out and just said, I don't want to do black anyways. So I just started the tree. And it's cute because they do where like these little hangers are, some of them are on the inside before you do the herringbone-ish looking, chevron-y looking pine tree. And then some of them are, you do that and then you put the hook on. It's really kind of cool. So here she is. She's on 36 count. 1/1 on Truffle. Picture this plus. 1/2, sorry, 1/2. In the DMC conversion. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm like, oh, I want to pick it up. So yeah, I did 434 stitches. I still have to I think I still have one more night of temperature stitching, which I think was yesterday, and I didn't do any temperature stitching last night. This one here is a Christmas Rose by Blackbird Design. I've actually done quite a bit on this. I think last month I had this all done, but I brought this one all the way up, and then I did more alphabets. I did all that alphabet, finished this completely, started this row, did in that thing, and then I also charted this on Excel. It makes it easier. I have a really hard time with Blackbird design patterns, so typically I would say 99% of the time I always rechart them on Excel, A, so they can go into Pattern Keeper, but B, they can also go, I can see them. I just have a really hard time for some reason. I don't know if it's like the thin lines and the thin symbols they use sometimes, but I have a really hard time and I always just rechart them, so it makes it easier. I spend that, hour or two recharting. This isn't all the called for. This is in Dense Fog 28 count by Wichelt when they used to do hand dyed stuff. This house, I didn't ever tell you this. This house was a mother trucker. And you know what? I was ready to burn it down. Because it's a checkered board, but it's like the worst checkerboard ever. And I didn't realize until I actually recharted this in Excel that I hadn't done the windows. So I need to do the windows. But it is, yes, I love this. Dense Fog 28 count. I still don't love the fabric. Again, I'm too far gone to do anything. That is also a temperature stitch. I've done 506 stitches, and it is also on the Monopoly board. And it is any red product, any red property that it's landed on, I'll do whatever stitching she requires, whatever stitching she. And I love that she's done it every 2 weeks now, because when she first did it, she did it every week, and I was like, oh, that's a lot. I don't know if I can do it every week. So then I thought, I'll just play every other round, and then she's now getting like a PRN job, and so she's not going to be able to stitch on it as much. So I'm not taking this out of the Q-snap because I just started working on this last night. This one here is Hummingbird lace. It is a Châtelaine. I'm using all the called for fibers, beads, it's not cryneck, treasure braid, all the silks, the Glorianas, all of it. This one here is a temperature, and I think it's like 2 or 3. I've currently I'll put it back here so you can see, but there's also a bird up here, 1/1 Hummingbird that it's done, and that's been done. So I worked on putting these little specialty stitches in. I put the specialty stitches in there. I've done that. I've brought down these and over some of those. I've started this. I did that, I think. Yeah, so I've done, let's see. Oh, I worked on Hipster Lamb. I didn't bring it over. I forgot it. I've done 105 stitches on that. I've done 136 stitches. And it is also it's on the temperature, and I'm taking it out because I just can't do that. And it is also, because I've done this, I think it's jail. It is the jail project. So pass and go, and if they're in jail, I have to stitch whatever the Monopoly board requires. So it's a jail piece. And I think I'm just going to keep it as the jail piece because I don't really like it. I love it. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And I bought a scroll frame. I don't know if I have a picture, but apparently I don't know the difference. I don't know what centimeters is 2 inches. And the funny thing is the person that I bought it from, because I have an almanac frame from it that I bought it from, even like gave the inches. So I'm not even sure what kind of, I don't even know what I was doing. But who knows? I don't know. But it's really long. I mean, it's like, I have a Lowry, which I barely use, but like I would need 2 Lowrys to hold this thing up because I think it's like 45. I don't know. I think it's 100 centimeters. So what is that? Divide that by 2, I think it is. By 2.2 or whatever it is. No, that's weight. Pounds to kilograms is 2.205. Now I know that. I've weighed plenty of people in my lifetime. It doesn't matter. I don't know. But I've also worked on Matter in Hand. This is a Jeannette Douglas. That one is worked on 28 count. No, it's 32 count. Antique white by Swag Art. This one here is Matter in Hand. I'm doing this with Pam and Jamie. They both have floss tubes here. I am blocks behind because I still have to do, I do 19 blocks, 100 blocks, 100 stitch blocks on this a month. It doesn't matter if the block is full. That's just 19 of those. And I think I need to do 23. So some from last month and all of this month. But I did this and I started on the black. I brought the black over here and there. And then I just have stopped. And I think I might even have done that. Oh yeah, because I got the thread there. So I done the little heart. So I really got to get a cracking on this because January, February, March, April, May, June. Well, StitchCon is until June 19th, so it'll be fine. But yeah, so I'm still working on it. This is on 40 count platinum, Swagard 1/2. And I dipped this in the gray Rit dye for just like, I just basically did a cup of water and put two drips, stirred it, poured it in there, put it in the sun. So it's kind of got a gray, like very light gray marbling, like right there, you can see it a little bit, but it's very faint. And you can barely see it in person, but it's really cute. I like it. So yeah, that's that. And then I'm also doing Mystic Garden. I've done 365 stitches. This one has actually got a lot done on it. This one here is on my temperature stitching. It's also my Sunday stitch. So I watch Good Morning America. No. Good Morning America. No. Sunday Morning. Oh my gosh. I don't know what channel. It's either CBS or one of those. But we watch Sunday Morning every Sunday. And I stitch on this during that time. And then it's also on my temperature stitching, and it's on any green properties in the Monopoly. And I've worked on this actually a lot. So, oh my gosh, can you believe it? I finally put in the right there was those bloody things that were never right. So I've done a decent amount on this. I put in this gold step. Hold on. Shoot. I can't believe the dogs haven't come and pestered me. That's what I'm actually shocked about. Okay, hold on. Here we go. So this is on black, 28 count Quaker. So this is all new. I've done this. And this here is as bad as, it's not, this is Mystic Garden. It's a 90s stitch along, mystery stitch along by Sue Lentz, Lentz. Oh my gosh, and I found another product on eBay and I started it. 28 count Quaker cloth. I've done all of this. I've actually finally, see the teal? I finally stitched in the aqua, the right aqua. And I've done this, and then it's also, I've done that. So I've done a lot on this, 365 stitches. So I'm really excited. And I turned it to a scroll bar. I was actually reading the pattern. She recommends you doing it on a scroll rod, but I think it was just because that was like the new thing back in the 90s. So yeah, I'm really excited to get this started. Or it's already started, to continue working on it. And this was my birthday Sal. Or my birthday project. There was no Sal. I didn't know anybody. But yeah, oh my gosh. And you can't even see, but this thing is glitzy, glitzy, glitzy. I love this. This is Mystic Garden. And I wish I could find more. I still need to find, it's called I need to find the actual name. I think it's called Stag on a Mountain or Stag on a Hill. And then the Christmas tree one. And then this one here is on the green projects on Monopoly, and it's in temperature stitching, and it's my Sunday for Sunday morning. This one here is Noel by Jaylynn kits. I'm using all the called for materials. This here is, I hand dyed this with denim and cherry red by Rit. And I did 2 tablespoons of each in a like loaf pan, stirred it, heated it up, put the salt or whatever it requires in it, and then I dunked this in it. And then it was too dark, so then I poured bleach on it, and this is what I got. Super cute. So I'm really excited about this. This one here, I put in 210. Even though it feels like I put in a lot. So this one here is on the go on Monopoly, and it's also temperature stitching. And I put 208 stitches on it, which is really, I actually really like working on that project. It's 14 count Aida, I believe. And it's just super nice. And then I thought, oh, I should start like back stitching this. And then I said, oh no, we're not doing that. Anyway, I love that. That's really darling. And it's whatever the kit, you know, the project tells me. I think they only have 2 over 2. Like, I don't think there's any, like, you know, dimensions. There's like 16 over 1 on a 20 count. There's none of that, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there is. Next project is put a bird on it. This is super exciting. Our friend Kim from, she lives in Cleveland. She followed us as a knitter. She actually started this, and it's super cute. So somebody asked, so somebody also asked what do I house my projects in? And I thought, oh, I should bring over. So here is the hand dyed by Rolanda in Canada. This is her one-of-a-kind hank, and it's 50 yards. And then this was also one-of-a-kind 18 count dyed by her. So super cute. And then someone asked me, because I've been putting on my Instagram stories, like, I'm making portfolios for all these projects. But I thought, oh, I'd show if I had a bag. I didn't make this bag. This is a bag. But anyway, someone asked me, what do I store my projects in? And most of them are just in the plastic Amazon sacks, like the plastic Amazon with the black, or, you know, now you can get rainbow zippers. But back when I did it all, it was basically just black zippers. But yeah, so this one's Creative Deb, I think, on Etsy. Price of the bag's pretty reasonable. I think this is like $25 or something. Pretty cheap. And she quilts on the inside and the... Oh my goodness, excuse me. Whew. She quilts on bed. Stop it. She quilts on, it's a quilted bag. It's really nice. But yes, so this one here, I am going to finish this one, and then this big motif also has like tiny little, like some circular flowers that don't touch it. And I'm actually going to do those in this color here. And then I'm going to do the one, I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to try to do it in some kind of greenish, like to make it look similar to this, the modeling in this. But I love this. So I need to finish that. I did that. And then I'm going to start that little medallion piece down there. And then I'm going to do all the letters at the end. I haven't decided what the letters are going to be, but I'm going to get it done. So this one here, I did 100. Excuse me. What the heck? I've done 100. I've done 171. Goodness gracious, I pulled that all like out of whack. I did 171 stitches. I did 171 stitches on that, and I have stitched on it today. I think I've done like additional 40, so maybe like 210 or something. This one here is now my work project until I get the 2 medallions done. I was working on the new normal, and I just am having a hard time with it. It's just that simple. I'm having a hard time with it. My next one is Queen of Freedom. You know, it's kind of, what is that called? Like, how she has a stabbing thing right through her. What in the hell's going on now? This is on We the People, 32 count by Fabric Flair, Queen of Freedom, out of print, Mirabillia on all the called for, 2/2. And I am doing like division. She doesn't do like half stitches or 3/4 stitches. I am doing the half stitches and stuff to make it a little bit more in line. I did this for Mirror Monday. I just finished this here, and then I did some of this, and I think I also did that. There's been 3 Mondays in February since I decided I was going to do it. No, there's been 2. No, because I decided I was going to do it at the end of January. So 2. So I didn't do the first one. I totally forgot that it was Monday. And then this Monday, I was like, oh yeah, I got to work on this. And I was sending my friend Melissa, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to do my Mirror Monday stitching. So I pulled this out. It literally sits by my stitching churches over there. So I picked it up and I just did this. I did all these little things here and I did that there. And I think I finished some of this white. I don't know, but isn't it so nice? So pretty. But also, I don't know if I feel like stitching on this right now. But anyways, yeah, there she is. We love her. She's cute. She is on Mirror Monday, and then she's also on like Park Place and Broadway because she's so expensive. She's a fancy baby. This one here is the new start for February. It is Rachel Howell, I think, Howell by the Scarlet Letter. I've done 204 stitches. I am doing my own conversion on this. This is on that 40 count Victoria Clayton. It's called Bird Circles. And I'm just picking things I think would look nice with it. They're all Victorian motto. Victorian motto sampler threads. But this is Vicky Clayton linen. And again, it's not Zwagart. I think it's either the Italian linen or the Primavera. I don't know. Some kind of P. I don't know. It doesn't say. I went back and looked. But it's very slubby and very uneven. But I thought, that looked really pretty with a sampler. I mean, that's kind of the gig. So I started it and then kind of lost interest. But I also think it's that linen because it's really hard to stitch on because the linen fibers themselves, the linen like swift and weft, whatever they're called. The actual like linen string is very like plump, very plump for being 40 count. I can't say it would have to do with her dyeing ability. Like it just is very crowded. So I have to use magnifiers and blah, 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 blah. And then next I am doing Remember Me. So this one here's my raining. And then today, oh my gosh, it was raining this morning and now it's snowing. So now I have to do 100 stitches on this one and 100 stitches on Santa Stops Here. So this one here, I actually stitched this during the Super Bowl, which was super fun. I really liked kind of like Kendrick Lamar's. I didn't really know any of the songs other than the one track about Drake. But I thought he did a nice job. I really like SZA too. I liked her. I mean, I like her as a singer. But yeah, so I finished this. There was one little weird stitch like right here that was just blank. And it didn't make any sense with my fabric because it's hot pink. So there was like a really nice flower, and then all of a sudden there was a pink square and it stuck out like a sore thumb. So I just covered it up with like either the outline or the darkest. And I finally got the DMC for this, the real color, because I didn't like the one I got because I went the opposite and I forgot that I went the opposite. So like this one should have been a lighter, and then this one here would have been this here, and it didn't work. I did it the wrong way, so then I had to actually go to I had to actually order from Joann's. Can you believe they're closing? All of my neighborhood are closing. Like the one in Lancaster, which is where I live technically, is closing, but also all the ones in Columbus are closing as well. So I'm a Joann's girl. So what are we going to do? I'm a Joann's girly. Anyway, I love this. This is Peony 40 count by Fiber on a Whim. 1/2, and it's my precipitation. So whenever it rains in Ohio, and I don't do like if it drizzles and there's rain and it has discolored my, it has turned my brick into wetness, then that's precipitation enough for me. And it is 495 stitches, and it is not on the Monopoly board. My next one is Santa's Journey stocking by Dimensions. This is my partner stocking. I'll put this over here because I have worked on it. I've done this whole green thing. It's on the 18 count or 16 count Ada. It's all the kit. I did whatever the kit came with. I did all that. This one here currently has received 345 stitches. It is on my temperature stitching because there's like 3 or 4 cardinals like down here on the foot, which obviously I'm not even anywhere near. And it's also on Monopoly stitching. It's the yellow property. So anytime she lands on yellow, I will do whatever stitching she tells me to do. And if she ever converts it back to doing it once a week, I will still just do one roll every other week. I will not do, I won't do the roll. I won't do the roll every week. So it's exciting. Also, somebody asked me, they wanted to see the actual hank of this. So I brought it over, and I also brought over the portfolio. So I'll show that in a bit because I'm going to show you. I had 2 people ask me if I could share my process on. I'm making these portfolios. I'm making them because I'm making all of these projects. Portfolios are a bag type. But the holiday Christmas quilt that I'm doing requires me to, I'll put a picture here. The very top border that's the ribbon, it's all applique. And it's a block of the month, but you're appliquing this ribbon as you go. Like you're appliquing it to the 9, it's not a 9 block because there's like a bunch of blocks, but we're going to say it's a 9 block. So each 9 block that you do, you're appliquing something to that 9 block. And then the next month you're building, or it's not the next month. I think March is the next time. I have it over there. I'm not getting up. I'll put a picture. You'll see what I'm saying. But anyways, as the ribbon goes on, you connect them monthly, and I don't know how to applique by machine, and I'm sure not doing that by hand. So here is the new normal. This is on Live and Die LA, and I've been calling it Golden Age. It's called Bronze Age. It's 40 count linen. I love how she said a fat quarter. It says 1/4 of a yard plus. But anyways, here it is. This is the new normal by the Long Dog. My friend Melissa and Spencer, which is Stitching Spencer, here on YouTube. I'll also put that down below. I keep forgetting to do that too. But here is the actual, it's called True Colors by Live and Die LA. And it's her, I think this is a 50. Yeah, her 50-yard skein. I bought 2 of them. I don't think I need to buy 2, but I also didn't want to have... Here's the one I'm actually using. I didn't want to buy 1 and then need 2. And then I've decided that all of the inner, like this butterfly here, there, that one, these butterflies, will all get done in white. And then obviously all the ones that are outside, which you can see here, right there, I just did it in the colored thread. So like these butterflies have some things and I'll just do it in the white. I worked on this at the beginning of the month, doing the 2 threads a day during my work day, and then work's just been so crazy that I just haven't been able to, and let's be honest, I wanted to do some other things during my work time, not my work, I mean work time, I have to work, but during my lunch breaks and stuff, there's been other things that I've wanted to do, so it just hasn't really worked out. So it will be put on the back burner for now, and then I'll just, gosh, where's that paper at now? Shoot. Oh, there it is. So it'll be put on the back burner until I get my together. So I have been working on portfolios. We went to that thing, and this is the portfolio I made. So I follow, well, I really can't say I follow anything, but if I would have to say the thing that I followed, it would be Tiger Lily Design. And I had a picture of it, and I left it on my cutting table. I would say I followed hers more than anyone's, but I make mine just a hair difference. I quilted look at this quilting. Oh, it's so darling. This is bought at Joann's. This is actually Kona cotton, and they're I think it's called coral. This one here is also Joann's. It's a premium cotton, so it's like $10. This here's Joann's. This is actually in their holiday line. But I do mine differently because I do just a pocket. Oh, I did line that one. Normally I don't line it. I must because I was giving it to people. Oh, there you can see the quilting. Isn't that cute? I do diamonds. And then I do the zip, but I don't, on Tiger Lily, she actually puts the pocket on this. I don't do that. So I just do one pocket and then one zip pocket and then one folder. But yeah. And then I don't use that. I bought some of Annie's crap and I didn't like that vinyl. This is just vinyl. I bought 16 gauge vinyl from Joann's. Here's the hint to make it look nice. Cut it to the size you want, and then get a towel and turn your steam on your iron and put the towel down and then iron it. It'll get any of the weird wrinkly bits out of it that Joann's can tend to have on their denim, on their vinyl. It'll get rid of them. Now, you don't want to hold it down because it is plastic, so it'll melt. But just get a towel, get it a little bit damp, put the towel down, put your iron on. If you don't have steam, get the towel damp. But if you have steam, you can leave the towel just the way it is and then steam it just to get it down a little. But I'm going to keep this for later because I got some other things people wanted to know about. So yes, so my new normal stays and I just put it in like this. I get stuck in here, I put it in, I clamp it. And also, she doesn't do the clamp, she does vinyl or Velcro. I didn't like the Velcro. I did it on one bag and then ripped it out and bought magnets. And I bought these on Amazon. And take with me. And I travel with my Kahanas, which is really probably not a smart thing to do. But apparently I have more money than sense. Anyways, next one is the Plantation sampler. This one is also a temperature stitch. And this one's on the utilities. So anytime she goes to the utilities on her board, this is it. So I have done 408 stitches. This one also I'm stitching in hand. I forgot to tell you that. It's on 40 count Mallow by Swagart. And I hate it. I don't love it. So I finished this tree, finished that tree, Started the grass down there. I also finished that rose, this thing, that thing, put some more down there. But I started to get the grass. The other thing I don't love about 1884 is her pattern just says, it's pattern cube compatible. That's the only reason why I had the porcupine. I think this one was porcupine. I'm pretty sure this was porcupine. I can't remember. I also had the original pattern. I think it was porcupine. Porcupine. I don't know. You all know what you're screaming it at the screen. So I finished that tree, finished this, down to the diagonal, came here, did this, had some whatever colors going over here, finished that one, did whatever color I had, and then I had a little bit more to go there. I brought that line all the way down. I don't know if I've done that before. But anyways, the only thing I don't love about her pattern is the grassy knoll is not all coated. So like I count my stitches. So I actually have to get out my little, I had to take a picture of it, put it into Pattern Keeper, and then grid it myself so that I could just do my grass. This one I actually use my little knitting counter because I have this little knitting counter that Melissa gave me to keep track of the stitches, which I don't love either. So I love doing everything in Pattern Keeper. It's just easier. But yeah, super cute. I'm excited. So yeah, I started that little grassy knoll. So that's the top. And this is the actual bottom. So I'm just waiting. And this one is the utilities and the Monopoly game she's doing. So really cute. And I did 408 stitches, which is a lot of stitches. Wow. My next piece is called Tree of Hearts. Oh my gosh. It is so darling. So this is another kit from Sue Lentz. I think it's Lentz. It's Lentz. And here is this isn't the pattern, it's just the copy of the thing, to see what it looks like, but the deer, So this one came on 27 count. I didn't realize it was 1/1. The whole thing, could you imagine? 271 stitches, 1/1. Dead inside. I died. I'm not doing it. Okay, that's a lie because the border is 1/3. All the way across with Pearl Cotton 12. So I used all the called for pattern. Okay. This is the things. This is called Kiss Me or Kismet. Sorry, Kismet. Overdyed. That is 002H on Krynick. And then this here is 12, and it's not DMC, it's 6-stranded anchor floss. And I don't know the number because I don't have it out, but there's that. Anyways, here it is. I changed it to 46 count, and I'll do 1/2 instead of 1/1. So technically that one is, what would that be? So it'd be 27. 27, and I'm doing it 23. So I've done this. This is really cool. So you do a X 1 thread, and you're using 12 weight anchor or 8 weight, whatever it is. You do the full cross. You do the cross going, and then you do the cross back, and then you do a whip stitch. So it makes them like diamonds. Oh, it's so cool. Oh my gosh, it's so neat. So I did that. I started that. That's 1/2. And on the pattern, I've been 1/1. So I'm doing 23 count. That one would be 27 count. I did that. And then here's this. This is like a little lattice. And then on the lattice part, sorry, I got threads. There we go. In between the lattice part, you do not an X, you do a cross. So it's really just a very cool project. Very cool. And then I'll use the Kismet, which is what I'm using here now. You really can't see. It just looks like nothing. Maybe I should start using my front camera. Or I really have actually a really nice DLSR or whatever it's called by Canon. I should probably use that. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so there it is. Oh, there you go. Now you can see it. So it's variegated. It's really pretty. I'm really excited. And I just got that kit the other day. I was like, oh, there's another one. I got to buy it. And I wasn't on like a no buy because no buy would be a lie. I just didn't buy anything in September or January. I didn't buy anything in January. I haven't actually bought anything this month either than that kit. And then I bought some other things, which we're going to talk about. Oh, I did buy a pattern. I bought this pattern. So this one here is called Stained Glass Santa. Oh, Stained Glass Santa. Oh, Stained Glass Santa by Pink something. I can't remember. This is 32 count pre-grid. 1/1 full cross on 32 count. Wow, what a nightmare. But also, my friend Melissa is doing this as well. And she's doing the pink Santa. And I got this, I don't know, I probably had it for like 2 or 3 years. But if you notice, like, my lines are really smudgy. It's like it's printed on. My friend's 32 count is like an actual thread, which my 28 count that I have is like that. My 32 count looks like it's a printed and not like the gray is normally like a thread that it's the weft or whatever, or the vertical and horizontal. It's actually a gray thread. It's not gray printed on. So it makes it really hard to do this. I've purchased the 32 count off of 123 Stitch. They still haven't sent it to restart this because it's just really hard. And, you know, I was like, oh, it won't be all black. 310. No, 3371. No, 939. So blue, navy. Right there. And I tried to do it on a diagonal, then I got bored. And then I got bored. So that's life. So that's all the progress I've made. Again, I've done 8,865 stitches for just the beginning of February until now. It's really dark in here. I mean, it doesn't look dark on here, so I'm hoping it's not that dark, but it's getting dark in here. And we're having an avalanche. Ooh. Okay. So I forgot to show you 2 finishes, which I'm really excited about. So this one was technically finished in, I think, 2023. And then I was watching someone's YouTube, Flosstube, and I realized, like, oh, this actually has straight stitches on it that I didn't do. And this one here is Jan Hopkins, 1875 by Hands Across the Sea, or Hats. It is on 18 count, vintage country mocha, 1/1, and the DMC conversion of hats. And I love her. And I need to get her frame, but this is what I forgot to do. See all those little things there? I forgot to do them. And it was a nightmare. I got to be honest. It was kind of crazy to do it on Ada. But I did it. Did a design. And I got them all done. And I also forgot to do this. This little satin. Isn't it interesting how DMC looks like silk when you do it like not as an X? Like that's just regular DMC. But why does it look so shiny? But anyway, so I finished this in 2023. Watched someone's video. And they were talking about whether to do the satin stitch now. And I was like, I don't remember there being any satin stitch on this. Well, when you look at it on Pattern Keeper doesn't show any back stitch. Well, that also includes satin stitch. So I had to go in and do all the satin stitches on all the berries. So I got that done. And then I forgot to show you this as well because I forgot I was in the midst of lacing it. I haven't got to the lacing yet. I just got to the pinning finally and got it to where I like to do it. And then I also wanted to talk about next month's temperature stitching because I'm really excited about it. So let's get to her because I'm losing the light. So I just got to show you stuff real quick here. So this is on 32 count Lugana Heritage by Picture This Plus. It is Starlet by Mirabillia. I did a skin conversion on her. And that's it. And I'm putting her in a 16 by 20 frame. Now, if you want to do a cheap Mirabillia, this would be one of probably the cheapest. Other than, well, I was going to say Rosa Sharon, but that's a lie because you'd have to pay $50 for the pattern. She's available. She has no specialty no specialty threads, and she has 1 pack of those beads there. Unless you lose them, and then you have to buy another pack. Ask me, because I know by experience. But yeah, so I did a skin conversion on her. She's so cute. She's very easy. She's full cross only. And backstitch around her arms and skin. And then I thought about taking all these beads here, but I lost them again. And I was going to do like some kind of like draping necklace to make it shimmy and move. I am doing this all by myself. Framing. Normally I do frame myself. And I'll put a picture here of it framed. Like this was before we left the country in December. So she's just been hanging out like this since then. Don't mind the wrinkle. It came out. I just wanted to throw it into the frame and see if I like the frame. It's really pretty. The only other thing I bought this month is Gloriana. So you need Gloriana and it's not anywhere. Go to kittenstitcher.com. That's where I got these. And I said something about it last month or something. I was going to wait until this month because I had not spent anything. So I thought I won't break it. Won't break it. So Verland, 1816 Verland, whatever, this one here that I'm doing in 3371, which I thought was the called for. And then I found out it was not. It was MPI silk. I'm actually going to do it in Gloriana, antique black. Do you see what I mean? Like, look at the browns and like there's gray and like if I had better lighting, it's actually navy. Like some of this purpley looky stuff is navy. Stop it. Call the police because here I come. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the pink yet. I keep forgetting there's pink in it because it's so odd. I might just go. My friend Melissa and I are potentially going to, well, not this month. Next month, we're going to go to Mystic. Mystic Fabric owns a store in somewhere in Indiana that's like an hour and a half from my friend. And I think it's like an hour and 2 hours from me. We're going to meet up probably in Dayton to collect her or to collect me or whatever we're going to do. Then we're going to drive on over. And then drive on back sometime in May, which will be super fun. So yeah, so that's what I did. That was the only thing I purchased was that Gloriana and that other kit. And that is all I purchased in the month of February so far. So I'm really excited. So then, I should have brought it. I didn't think about it. So I'm making portfolios, which I've already covered. The one with the deer. I'm making one of those for every project. So I'm going to make 20. Some of them actually I'm not going to make because I have some of them actually have really nice bags. So I'm not going to fuss with those. But anyone that doesn't have a bag, I'm going to like Santa Stop here has a really nice quilted bag that I should have brought over and I forgot. But next time I show it at the end of the February because I have to stitch 300 stitches on it this month, just this week because it snowed 3 times this week. My friend Melissa made us Nightingale bags that are super pretty. So anything that actually has a bag, I'm not going to make a portfolio for, but anything that doesn't have a bag, I'm making a portfolio for. And I told you earlier, I'm rambling about nothing, that my holiday quilt from 1999 on Joann's has applique on it. And you can either hand applique it or quilt machine applique. And I just wanted to see, like I can hand applique, I've done it before. So anyways, so, okay, I got drunk with quilting power. Do you see those quilt lines? First of all, they're immaculate. You can compliment me on me and tell me how good they are. Okay. This fabric here is actually also an out-of-print fabric. It's called Schoolhouse 1849. And it came in these, I'll put the panels here because I actually sent my friend Lisa, that's Crossed by Floss here on Instagram or YouTube. I sent her a picture and said, what house do you want? Because this is going to be, okay, here's the funny thing. I am so silly. Next time I need to look at the project because I was like, I'll make us project folders, project folios for Faith. Faith has no freaking house on it. I don't even know. Anyways. I don't even know. But anyways, it's like, oh, tell me what house you want. And I'll applique the house. So there's the applique. So this, I only appliqued the windows, and then I appliqued the whole outside. And I didn't worry about appliquing it, like, because I was also going to do these lines, but then I thought, oh, I'm actually going to do quilting lines. So, like, I don't need to, and did you notice I didn't even quilt on the spine? Now, the other one I forgot, and I did. Doesn't matter. Okay, what do you think? And I love how the house is, this is mine. I love how the flowers are growing out of the house, which is totally typical for some, people like to put flower pots on houses. So Blake Riley, schoolhouse, something. I'm also going to use, so my pocket, which will be here, will be this fabric here. And then I have this really pretty scissor fabric that I bought from Joann's like a month ago. And then my vinyl will be here. And then the zip pocket will also be the zipper, will be the scissor stuff that I bought. Yeah, do you see those quilt lines? You better stop me now. And then my binding will actually be I'm going to do what they consider a faux flange binding. And it'll be, this will be the flange. And then this here actually has a green like block, like the fabric, like the print around it is like this green blocky stuff. And I'm going to actually use the green blocky stuff to bind the whole thing when I'm done. And yeah, oh, aren't you excited? So then here's this one, the blue, super cute. And this one here I actually did to make it look like plaid. You can see it better on this side, I guess, huh? There you go. Stop it. I know, thank you. Tell me how good it looks. Just kidding. I did it look like plaid. It's so cute. I love this. This is also an out-of-print fabric. One thing that makes me so angry is Amazon bought fabric.com, took down the website, and now they just put all their garbage fabric on Amazon, which I hate. This one here is for my friend Melissa. I have not quilted this, but there, look, see, you can see how but anyways, machine quilting, machine applique is very easy. I was kind of shocked. I was shocked because you interface it. This is how I did it. I don't know if this is how you actually do it, but I interfaced this with a very thin interfacing. Like, I'm going to say it's like Taylor interfacing. So it's very, very thin. And then what I did was soaked it in cornstarch. Or, that's a lie, not cornstarch. Take that back. Spray starch. And then I spray starched this here, the fabric where it was going, and then I put them together and ironed it, and it stayed on. And I used pins just in case, because, I get kind of like distracted, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do all these today, and then 4 days later, it's still there. So I used pins just to kind of keep it in place in case I didn't get right back to it. But yeah, so there's the third one, and I got to get it finished. And then I found the cutest, gayest mermaid fabric. Also, I'm not a very good reader. You will learn very many things about me if we continue to be friends on this YouTube here. I don't read, barely. So I thought I was getting a half a yard of this, and I got a fat quarter, and I thought it said a half yard. I don't know, don't ask. Look at this mermaid fabric. Oh my gosh, do you see it? Look, the men are kissing, and they're holding hands, and they're so cute. And I love this one here with his dreads. And then I love that they even got a little fat one. I mean, I don't have... Oh, he's got a beard and he's bald. He's even got a little chubby one. We got the redheaded with all those tattoos. We got the one with the dreads. This one. Oh, I just love this. And look at his little hair there. Oh, it's so cute. Now this one here, okay. Oh, it's not gonna, okay. We'll fold it because then it'll really show. Look. I did clamshell. This is called clamshell. I clamshelled quilt this. Freehand, not freehand. Freehand? Yeah, I don't know, whatever it is. I used the bowl. This is Winston's dog bowl. But isn't it so cute? And then I thought about coming here and echoing it a little bit, but then I didn't. I said, I'm pushing my luck. Well, because I wanted to make 2, and I didn't read the fabric quantity right, which kind of, and then I tried to find it, and like, I couldn't find this fabric anywhere. Like, I couldn't find it anywhere. I even tried to like look in a fat border quarter bundle. It is also Blake Riley, and the pattern, the fabric collection is called Catch All of the, I think, or Catch Us All, something like that. So then here, so then I only had enough to do 4 little squares on this patch block. And this one's just diamond. I tried to do the scale, and you just couldn't see it because like of all the quilting. It was really hard to like, because you have to turn. I wasn't doing free motion. I was actually using my just a regular like clear foot on it. So I wasn't using a walking foot, and I wasn't doing free motion quilting to do the scales. I actually just did it with turning it, and I used a 3.5 stitch, so the turn was a little bit easier, made it look a little bit smoother because my stitches were so long. So it looks like it was done free motion, but it wasn't. It was done actually just by I could have done it with a walking foot, honestly. I didn't do that. But anyways, okay. Again, I tell you, I don't really pay attention. So it's like my superpower, not paying attention or reading. So I thought, oh, you see here how this is here and here? So I cut the squares because I do a 14-inch, 13.5 inch by 20 inch. And if you noticed, I did the math here properly because I have about 1/4 inch on each side. Well, when I did this, I was supposed to cut these wider because there's less of them. I was supposed to cut them more kind of like a longer rectangle. And I cut a 4.5 inch block on each of them, and I should have done a 4.5 by 5 so that I wouldn't have to do these stupid little things to make up the difference, but it's okay. So I'm very excited about this. It's super cute. Not really what I wanted. I wanted to have 2 full, and I only have 1 mermaid fabric, so I'm going to give this one to my friend. But yeah. And then I forgot to do the binding thing, so it's going to be even harder. The like spine stitches. So isn't that cute? I love this. And I'm still just debating on fabric. I have a few. I have this one as like a pocket fabric. And I also really love this one, but I only have like a very small piece. So I'm still debating on what I'm going to do with that. Again, I have all the fabric picked out for every bag, but I don't know about it. So let's talk about one more thing before I let you go. I'm going to do my March temperature stitching. And again, every time I do temperature stitching, I change it. So like the first month was just a random number generator, and it picked every project for me from 0 to 9. And I put in like 1 to 25, and whatever the number was on my spreadsheet, it picked it. That's the number that got put in going down the list from 1 to 0. Last month was wings, anything with a wing. I put them all on a spreadsheet. I labeled them all, and then I did a random, I said, Siri, pick a random number between 1 and 12. And then it picked, and then that's what the number was. So this month I'm going to do, because it's March Madness and I don't watch sports. Is that basketball? Yeah, I guess it would be basketball. Wow, so they do it really quickly. Anyway, March Madness, I am going to take all of my 2021 projects. So I have 5. I mean, not all of them. All that I'm working on this year. I'm not going to do for Fox's sake because it really won't work for what I'm doing. So, so what I'm going to do is March 1st to the 7th. I have 2 projects. The first 2 projects are going to be, that are going to go butt up against each other in temperature stitching. The even numbers, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, will be, oh my gosh, Christmas Rose and Noel. So the first 2 will be Christmas Rose and Noel. And whoever gets the most stitching temperatures, because there's 7, so it can't be an even, from 1 to 7, will move down. And whatever position it's in, so if it's an odd, so if the Christmas Rose is odd, and if it moves down, then it'll go against Sarah Barker, or, yeah, I don't have the paper. Shoot. We're going to say Sarah Barker, or whatever it is. The next one will go, and then whoever wins out of that, whichever position it was in, will move down. So it'll be what? 1 to 7, 8 to 14, 15 to 21, and then 21 to 28 will be, I'll have to pick another project. So I did a random number generator, 1 through whatever, on my, Christmas Rose, Noel. I wish I would have brought it over. Doesn't matter. Anyways, Sarah Barker's one of them. Sarah Barker. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Sarah Barker, whoever the next one is. It's Sarah Barker, and then whatever that third one is the 3rd week. And whoever wins out of that, I had to pick another one because, there's 4. And I have loved this pattern forever. And I actually have this pattern, shockingly, probably because I have the bag here. It's called oh God, I do have it. It's called My Christmas List by Silver Creek Sampler. I have loved this one for like ever and a decade. Okay, ever since I started in 2021. I've loved it. Drama. That's what I'm here for. I started this back in 2021, and here's my start. I did it 2/2, and then I realized I'm not a 2/2 stitcher. I just don't love it. I'm just not a 2/2 stitcher, and I didn't really think about, like, I wasn't let's move up to 46 or even 36 or 40. I thought it was all too difficult, which is so silly now. So I turned it over, and I have to take some of those stitches out because it's in my way, and I'm stitching this in hand from the bottom up. Oh wait, yeah, I turned it. So I'm working it from the bottom up, and I'm stitching it like I flip the fabric. I stitch it like this and work the pattern down. So I scanned it all in and I flip the pattern. So in Pattern Keeper, it's just like this as well. So I'll just work my way down on it. But anyways, here it is. Here's the beginning part of it. I love this. I don't know why I love it so much, but I just think it's so darling. And it is on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha, 1/2. Stitched in hand. It's a little lacy, but like when it's back here, you would never know that it's 1/1. And I'm stitching it in hand, so this will be week 4. Whoever wins week 3, week 4 will be a Christmas list. I thought about maybe bringing it in 2022, but I'm like, well, that kind of defeats the purpose of trying to get my 2021 projects, the 5 completed this year. And Fox's sake will only take like 2 seconds because I'm going to do what that lady suggested, which is super fun. And then I was also going to bring a pull and say, which one do you want? And then this is one I want done. But anyways, I restarted it in 2023. I put the original date because I still have it on the other side. Wherever it is. Yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty good stitcher, actually. I don't know why I redid it because it looks pretty nice. Other than I just hate 2/2. That's when I kind of went through my rebellion of 2/2 nonsense. I'm like, I'm not doing it anymore. Anyways, so toss that floss and let's stitch happen. Bye now.